Hi all of you. In today's video, I am going to tell you invention of telescopes, some interesting facts and about some awesome telescopes. So let's get started. Telescopes. Telescopes are instruments for looking at things that are far away. Almost everything we know about space has been discovered by looking through telescopes. Optical telescopes can capture light from the deepest part of space but are limited by the size of their mirrors and lenses. The first telescope was made by Dutch spectacle maker Hans Lippershey in 1608. These were simple refracting telescopes made from a pair of glass lenses set into a tube. Hans Lippershey is said to have come up with his invention while watching two young boys playing with lenses. When the Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei heard about Lippershey's invention, he quickly set about building an improved telescope with a greater magnification. By 1610, Galileo had developed a much more powerful telescope. He used this to study the sun, recording his observations in a series of drawings. Isaac Newton made the first working reflector telescope in 1668. You can see his telescope's photo. Now I am going to tell you about type of telescopes. There are basically two types of telescopes, refracting telescopes and reflecting telescopes. Here you can see both of these telescopes pictures also. Now I am going to explain you about refracting telescopes. A refracting telescope uses a convex glass lens to collect and focus incoming light. An eyepiece is used to magnify the image. But one problem with using lenses is that they are heavy. If they are too big, they will start to sag, distorting the image. This limits the size and power of the refracting telescopes. Now here comes reflecting telescopes. A concave mirror focuses light towards a small mirror. This sends the beam of light to an eyepiece, which magnifies the image. Because mirrors are lighter than lenses, reflecting telescopes can be much bigger and more powerful than refracting telescopes. Although reflecting telescopes can be built much bigger than refracting telescopes, they too will have problems. If the mirror is more than 8 meters, that is 27.5 feet across. Astronomers solve this problem by using a number of smaller mirrors that can be fitted together to make one big mirror. Each mirror section is controlled by a computer that can adjust its position by less than the width of a human hair. Fact zone. Not all telescopes use glass mirrors. Yes, you have heard the right. Some use liquid metal instead. A shallow bowl of mercury or silver is spun at high speed until it forms thin reflective surface. Liquid mirrors can only be used to look straight up. If they are tilted, the liquid will fall out. Now I am going to tell you more. To get the best images, telescopes are placed at high altitude, so they are above the clouds and most of the atmosphere. Remote mountains are ideal as there is little light interference from the nearby towns. Mauna Kea, an extinct volcano in Hawaii, is home to many telescopes. So, here is the most interesting part of the video. Now I will tell you about some telescopes of the world. Here are some wonderful telescopes of our whole planet. Keck telescopes. Size of primary mirror 10 meter, that is 33 feet. Location Mauna Kea, Hawaii. Altitude 4,145 meter, that is 13,600 feet. Until 2009, the twin Keck telescopes were the world's largest optical telescopes. The Keck 2 telescope overcomes distorting effects of the atmosphere by using a mirror that changes shape 2000 times per second. Now I am going to tell you about Gemini telescopes. Size of primary mirror 8 meter, that is 26 feet. Location north, Mauna Kea, Hawaii, and south, Caro Pacho, Chile. Altitude north 4,213 meter, that is 13,822 feet. South 2,722 meter, that is 8,930 feet. The twin Gemini telescopes are located either side of the equator. Between them, they can see almost every part of both the northern and the southern skies. The two telescopes are linked through a special high-speed internet connection. Very Large Telescope VLT Array. Size of primary mirror 8.2 meter, that is 27 feet. Location Mount Paranal, Chile. Altitude 2,635 meter, that is 8,645 feet. The VLT array consists of four 8.2 meter 27 feet telescopes and four movable 1.8 meter, that is 4 feet telescopes. The telescopes work together by combining the light beams from each telescope using a system of underground mirrors. Now here is Large Binocular Telescope LBT. Size of primary mirror 8.4 meter, that is 28 feet. Location Mount Graham, Arizona, USA. Altitude 3,260 meter, that is 10,700 feet. The LBT has two 8.4 meter 28 feet primary mirrors mounted side by side, which collect as much light as one mirror measuring 11.8 meter, that is 39 feet across. The LBT is currently the largest and most powerful single telescope in the world. Now here comes Hale Telescope. Size of primary mirror 5 meter, that is 16 feet. Location Palomar Mountain, California, USA. Altitude 1,700 meter, 5,580 feet. Even today, more than 60 years after it was built, the Hale telescope is the second largest telescope using mirrors made from a single piece of glass. Mirrors much larger than this tend to sag under their own weight, distorting the image received. Here is European Extremely Large Telescope EELT. Size of primary mirror 42 meter, 138 feet. Location Chile. Altitude 3060 meter, 10,040 feet. This revolutionary telescope should come into operation in 2025. The primary mirror is 42 meter, 138 feet across. One of its main objectives is to find Earth-like planets orbiting other stars. 30 meter telescope TMT. Size of primary mirror 30 meter, that is 98 feet. Location Mauna Kea, Hawaii. Altitude about 4,000 meter, that is 13,000 feet. The $300 million TMT should come into operation in mid-2020. At its heart will be a primary mirror measuring 30 meter, that is 98 feet, made up of 492 hexagonal segments. It will collect almost 10 times more light than one of the 10 meter 33 feet Keck telescopes. Astronomers will use the TMT to observe the formation and development of new galaxies. Oh, my Indian viewers are thinking, where are Indian telescopes? So here we go. The Indian Astronomical Observatory IAO, located in Hanle near Leh in Ladakh, India, has one of the world's highest located sites for optical, infrared and gamma ray telescopes. It is operated by the Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Bangalore. Now I will tell you about Indian telescopes. Growth India Telescope, High Altitude Gamma Ray Telescope, Himalayan Chandra Telescope, Major Atmospheric Cherenkov Experiment Telescope. Location Hanle, Ladakh. Alternative names Hanle Observatory.